These types of buildings don't get built very often, and we have the opportunity to build one. It's very difficult. We're in the heart center of Atlanta. One of the biggest things is a good trade partner that we could rely on. We expected a lot from Thomas to build a building like this. Service, quality, strength was super important.
There hasn't been a 60-story building in 30 plus years. There was a lot of coordination and team discussions for months before the project even started. We knew, number one, there was MOE spec. Number two, there was going to be 2 mass concrete pours, and those were executed flawlessly. So I think after that, everyone was able to then say, hey, Thomas is going to deliver what they said they were going to deliver, and that continued for 60 stories.
This job was a little more intense. This job had some modules of elasticity requirements, so that's not a common occurrence in the Southeast. This is the first one we've had to do that since probably the late 80s in Atlanta. We started this job with a huge mat foundation that was a little over 4,000 cubic yards of concrete that was poured at one time. It was all hands on deck. We worked around the clock. We were 3 plants, and I think about 26 hours we finished that pour. That MOE mix was critical because it was basically the spine of the building. When you're dealing with a residential building, that's really important for tenants. They don't want to be 40 stories up and feel like they're moving 4 or 5 feet when the building moves. We had high strength concrete. We had high early strength concrete. So you had concrete that had to be 12,000 PSI. You had concrete that needed to be 3,000 PSI in 18 hours. It was challenging, but we know what we're doing. We know how to accommodate those things and make things work. When it says the concrete specialist on the side, there's a reason for that.
We're building a 60-story structure in midtown Atlanta. It's going to take up a sizable footprint, and it needs to be very structurally resilient, very operationally efficient, but it needs to do this for a long period of time to maximize its value. The most effective way we have to reduce the emissions from concrete is to use less cement. When there is a request by the customer to make a reduction in the global warming potential, we're going to maximize our use of our fly ash, which is a waste product from the coal industry, slag, a waste product from the steel industry, and we're going to optimize that mix to deliver the best value for the customer, but we can also cut, in some cases, even more than 50% of that product's associated greenhouse gas emissions. The mix that we used at 1072 West Peachtree with Turner Construction for their mass pour, it was a 7,000 PSI mix, and we were able to optimize it and reduce its global warming potential by 57%. And that was a big portion of the concrete for the project. So if you think about that building and the value that it's delivering to the community, all of the project team members can be proud of the fact that we reduced a very significant portion of the greenhouse gas emissions. It's okay to care. It's very important, and we can do this effectively and beneficially for the community and help preserve our wonderful world.
The team here at Thomas is what separates us from our competitors. We truly believe that we count on each other, we work with each other, and we've always got each other's back.
From dispatch to the plant, I know them all by name, and it's very organized, straight to the source, and it's what we need. We really had a rhythm, just like a heartbeat. I think one of the coolest things is seeing the coordination behind the success. We built this building on schedule. We built it safely.
There was really no major issues. I'll always remember this project. It's iconic to see. It's building a stepping stone for Atlanta as a whole. There are companies that can provide 60-story high-rises.
You don't get a chance to do a building of this size very often in the Southeast. Everyone who drives through downtown Atlanta now sees this building. It's going to be there for generations. You know, you point it out to your kids when you drive by. This is unique and different, and that's pretty exciting to always be a part of.